not been the worst way considering how safe we were doing it if you think about it. Because Ford was
I
like,
agree.
you're not losing too much.
Yeah, I agree on that. We weren't losing too much. We were starting out with $30 contracts, making maybe like $5, $1
Yeah.
moves, and thinking. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Zoom meeting. We're about to just introduce ourselves. This is the traders that we are, and there's only 3 of us for right now. We have another guy named Golden Wolf. He's just not here today, so he'll tune in on the next one. But so far, this is who we have. I'm a mentor at Learn Option Trades Discord, and I'm here to just share you guys my intro, as well as also our friends here, our analysts. They're about to share their stories as well, and we're just gonna get right into it. So I wrote down some 6 questions for us just to answer, just to kick it right off. Pretty much the 6 questions will go: where do we start, or where did you hear about options? What convinced you to get into options? And what are 3 things you wish you learned? And etc. There's some more. So we'll get right into it though. So the first question I have for all of us, well, before I even ask those questions, my name is Prodigy from Learn Option Trades Discord. I'm a mentor here. So I'll kick it off to our homeboy Metanoia, let him introduce himself. So go ahead. Yeah, you can introduce yourself, Metanoia.
What's up, guys? My name is Metanoia on Pros Discord, Learn Options Trading. I go by Metanoia Trades. I'm an analysis there. I actually been there since he started it with my boy. So it's been really cool experiences to see how everything's going, how we've grown, and being able to see like just the difference from when it started, from where we started to where it's at right now and to where we're at right now. It's just been a crazy experience. So I'm excited to really talk about this, tell our stories, and get deep into it.
That's what's up, bro. And so that's Metanoia, really good friend of mine, known him personally, and now we're here virtually. So it's amazing how far we came. And this is our other friend, C2, right here. He came in a couple months after. He's a great trader, greater than, honestly, I ain't gonna lie, he's killing it more than me. He's so crazy at it. His gains are insane. Even my friends from that are in the Discord too are messaging me like, bro, that guy C2 is insane. He's crazy good. I'm like, yeah, bro, he's fire. So this is C2. Go ahead, C2. You can introduce yourself too.
I'm the Spy Master. Well, hi, what's up, y'all? My name is C2. I'm from New York, and I've been trading about like 4 years. Got into it by accident, to be honest with you, and I haven't looked back since. I want to just keep learning. I discovered Learn Options Trade, my boy Pride and Meta. And to be honest with you, like this is like a cool ass Discord, man. This is like the longest Discord I've been on, and it's just because it's cool. It's not like we're sending signals and anything like that. We're not sending. No, it's just more like, listen, we're going to talk about RSI when we volume the next, or strategies and tactics and how everybody trades. And that's what I love about the Discord, because you learn different things. Like, I put things out there, and it's like, yo, I never knew that. Yo, try it out for this week. And yo, this week, yeah, it worked. Pivots was the last thing we talked about. And they were like on point. It helped you guys, right? There's a couple of things like volume. I don't use volume when I trade. I tried to, and it just clutters my chart, and I take it away. I don't know yet, but my boy Prod is on top of that, and he's like nailing these trades like with just volume and support and resistance. I'm just like, damn, I got to get on that. So this is a good spot to learn options trades. My boy Prod, my boy Meta. Let's go.
Let's go. That's what's up, bro. Appreciate that. And so the first question I have for us
didn't you learn options trading from like TikTok or something like that too? You said.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was browsing and I'm like always browsing. I'm like in and out of Discords. I always add my social media, like anything that has to do with trading, add. And I just like to get all that info. Some of them is some of it is bad. And then I think I came across one of the videos that Prime made, and he's like, yo, free Discord, hop in, whatever. I'm like, you know what? Sure, hopped in. I liked it off the bat. I'm like, yo, these people are good. And then I think actually we went on a video chat, and you guys were talking about liquidity. And you remember that?
I thought, like, I always remember that day because me and Fraud were arguing about liquidity.
Oh, liquidity.
I never forget that, bro. And C2 was just there being entertained.
He was charting. He was charting in the background. Well, he's like, oh yeah, bro, that's funny. That was a crazy time. I remember that time.
I mean, right off the bat, and then after that, it was just more like, yo, we was just like messing around. But it was a good conversation, good back and forth, and that's what you need. Sometimes you got to put that opinion out there, because the market is not biased. Like it's just gonna give you what it's gonna give you, and sometimes like being biased to like your own trading, or even like your own stance of like how like the outlook of the market is, will either make you or break you. And sometimes you just gotta be like, you know what, my plan didn't work out, cut that loss, go. My boy Pride is on volume and he's nailing that trade. You know what, I need to hop on that. And we put your mentality, your tactics, mine, and Metas and Wolves. Bro, like we're gonna fucking kill it, dude.
Killing it.
Kill it.
And so the first question I have for us is, where did you hear about option trades? You guys kind of already dipped into it, but where did you hear about option trading? Who was the first person to introduce you to it? What video did you come across it? And why did it convince you to even get into option trading? Like what made you get into it after seeing it? Like what made you do that? So I'll go first real quick. I had a friend named Leo who was doing option trading, and he was making some money on the side a little bit, showing our other group of friends, and they were capping on him, saying like, dude, you can't do, you're not gonna make no money like that. That's no way to make some good money. Like that's too slow money. Like, what are you doing? And that's where it intrigued me. I was curious what he was doing. Like, how are you making money on your phone? Like, that's so interesting. Like, what are you doing? And then I didn't understand it at first. I hung out with him a couple of days, and he showed me the ropes of what it is. And then ever since then, I just paid for a Discord to learn about it. And anyways, that's how I started. I got introduced by a friend. And then it super hooked me because I'm like, bro, how can you make money online, bro? That's insane. So that's where I started from. I learned from another friend. And then he's actually in our Discord. He doesn't talk though, unfortunately. He's in he doesn't say much. So unfortunately he's in there though. And that's where I learned from a friend of mine. And ever since then, it's been super fun. I love it. So what about you guys? Where did you guys hear from? What got you into it? What convinced you guys to get into it? So what did you guys, how about you guys? We'll
So when I had a roommate named Moses, who's now my brother-in-law, and I remember he downloaded Robinhood, right? And he showed me, he's like, dude, check out this app, and he's just like laughing about it. He's like, you could buy stocks, this and that, but like we didn't know anything about options, right? We just knew about like investing, and that's when I got into AMC. And so when I was really big into AMC, and it was like going off and everything, everyone was like talking about options for AMC, options, and I didn't know anything about it. And I also heard Leo talking about it. I was still pretty clueless about it. And then you were beginning to get into it. And I remember even with Raj, you were with Raj doing it, and you kind of like started to explain it more in detail and tell me like what it is. Like, oh, you're working pretty much off leverage, so you can buy this, and it's like buying 100 shares, off of one contract, this and that. I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. So I would say I was stepped into it by AMC, but then you were the one that really got me into like executing it. You know what I mean? Because I seen you doing it, and I was like, oh, okay, like this, like you can really do that. You know what I mean? Like even though it wasn't profitable, it
Yeah, we
was
weren't
like,
profitable. Losing
you
like
know,
10 trading forward, trading forward.
dude, yeah, that's exactly what I remember. Like we were trading Ford, and it was like
Yeah.
nothing. It was like it wasn't even
Bro.
maybe $1. It was like we did it the worst way you could do it, but it turned out really well. Which I mean,
Or no
it
well.
actually might not been the worst way considering how safe we were doing it. If you think about it, because Ford was
I
like
agree.
you're not losing too much.
Yeah, I agree on that. We weren't losing too much. We were starting out with $30 contracts, making maybe like $5, $1
Yeah,
moves, and thinking like it was hot. And then I told my friends about it in my Discord that I'm trading forward, and they're like, guys, like that's so hard to do that. Why are you trading forward? Like just trade this and that. Like it moves better. And yeah, anyways, like that was a crazy good time. That I'm glad that we started out like that because we probably would have lost a lot of money trying to trade SPY.
yeah, yeah.
So it was fun. What about you? What about you, C2?
How I got into trading, man, it's, to be honest with you, my wife. She had set up the Acorns app. I'm sure everybody knows Acorns, right?
Yeah.
Really good app. Get it. I'm not sponsoring them or anything,
Oh,
but
wow.
it's a great app. She's telling me like, hey, it rounds up all the things, this and that, right? So I hop on there, and then it says like investment. I'm like, oh, let me check it out. So I'm like late at night going into the app. Now I go to from Acorns to another one. It's called Stash, where you can buy actual shares, right? I'm like, you know what? Let me mess with this, right? I had like 3 grand in there. I saved 3 grand because I had it for a couple of years and I completely forgot about it. So every purchase was just rounding up $1 for like 3-4 years. Never knew about it. Took half my money, put it in this app called Stash. I'm like, you know what? Let me buy shares. Like, I want to make some money on the side. Dude, I bought my first ever stock that I ever bought was called GTX or
ETX.
something like that. But they got delisted because they went bankrupt or whatever. So I'm like, I'm buying, and then it goes up a little bit. I'm using like the Apple. Yeah. I'm buying the Apple stock where you can see the stocks. I didn't even know about TD Ameritrade, TradingView, none of that stuff. Buy a couple of shares, dude. I mean, like $1. I'm like, yo, how are these people like making like, I see like thousands of dollars, this and that, P&L. I couldn't understand it. Next thing you know, I got hit with a patent dare trade, the PDT rule. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Right? Go look at Google it, right? And I'm locked out and like, what's going on? Whatever. Then it's, I got to be $25,000. I'm like, who the hell is $25,000 to trade? right? So
Right.
I'm like, whatever, I'll take 3 trades per week or whatever, or just do it that way. Dude, completely lost like my money. I think it was like I went to Robinhood. I lost like 500. I'm like, I'm not losing anymore. So then I started like venturing, and then immediately went into, actually before that, I actually took a play and I made 6 grand on an actual live play. And that's when Baba got some bad news because they were talking shit about the government. And then like the government, like they started like hammering down on the Baba stock, and then Baba just freaking tank overnight, made 6 grand over it, and I was hooked. I'm like, what? Like, this is legit. This is
And
what
was
trading's
that an
about.
option play or was that like an
Oh no,
investment
it
play?
was an options trade. It was an options trade that I went in, and then I didn't know what I was doing. All I know is like, yeah, it's gonna tank, and it was a hedge actually. So I'm like, boom, I bought. I forget how much what it was. I gotta look it up. I have it on my Webull account. And next thing you know, I go to work the next day, and I just open up at 9:30. Dude, 6 grand. I'm like, what?
Holy shit.
Sold that real quick, bro. I'm like, dude. I'm like telling my buddies, I'm like, yo, like, dude, like this is what I made, yo. I'm feeling good, bro. I have like that like that high. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm already thinking like, what kind of color car, Lambo I'm gonna get, like, you. Everybody's been there, right? And
Mhm.
then next, like I just lost it all little by little. Didn't know what the hell's going, and it was like the biggest bummer in my life. I'm like, holy crap! I made about 6 grand, and I lost it within like a week and a half. This is dangerous. Went into paper trading, and ever since then, I've just been self-taught, going into discords in and out, paid discords, free discords. I go to YouTube, I go to whatever, anywhere and everything to read about it, learn about it, see about it, experience about it, which is like the discords I'm at. And I'm here now. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of blown accounts, and just experience, dude. Like I
That's
really
nice, brother. That's
experienced it,
good. I like that a
and
lot
that's the
for
way
real.
I.
That's a fun journey, bro. I can't believe you made 6K on your first freaking run like that, bro. That's
Yeah,
insane.
no, that's insane, bro. That's like dangerously insane. And I mean, that just it goes to show how
Yeah,
dangerous it is. That's
it
crazy.
was it was a hedge over to the next day, and then when the government, the Chinese government, like I said, they were just like hammering down and putting a lot of like pressure on them, and then that's when what's his name, the CEO of Alibaba, he disappeared for like months at a time, and then actually you can see it, you can see like when it first went to the top, and then you see the turn down. I was at the top, and that's why I caught, but I didn't know, dude. I should have held it long. I don't know. I just like 6 grand, cut it out,
Boom.
get in there, profits.
And so the next question I have for us is how much did you start with? How much did you start? What was your first account? And if you blew money accounts like me, how much did you start with? How many times did you have to restart it up? How many, what was the journey like for your first year? And I'll start it off real quick with my journey, which when I first started, I would always load my account with $100, $150. And I ain't gonna lie, the first week, every week from Monday to Friday, I would lose it pretty much. Like I would load up $100, trade Ford stocks with Meta, and before Meta too, I was even trading just Ford stocks and Starbucks in general. And like the contracts were real cheap, $20 contracts, $30 contracts, and yeah, I mean I would lose my money. I would just like literally load up $100, lose it. Next day, load up another $80, lose it. Next day, load up another $100, lose it. So I was pretty irritated and frustrated on why I was losing money, and I was curious like how are these people like consistently making money? Like how do you do it? Like what am I missing here? And then that's when I went to go get educated. But anyways, it took me for a full year and a half to really start learning how to actually be consistent. And I was consistently losing for a year and a half practically. I was consistently losing, like consistently for real. Not trading my whole portfolio though. That's something I learned in my Discord, or in the Discord that I paid for, is that you don't want to trade your whole portfolio. So I was trading, with the $150 account, buying $20, $30 contracts and just doing that throughout the whole week. And like I said, I would just lose money consistently for the first year and a half. And that's pretty much how I started my account, was just like that. And now I'm consistently profitable. So now it paid off, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears too. I probably lost, I don't know, like an estimate of maybe like $1,500, maybe a little bit more. It could be more.
Not bad.
I don't, I don't, I don't remember my
Not bad.
I don't remember my P&L for the year to date for that year. I don't remember. I'm assuming it was pretty bad because I was consistently losing like every freaking day. And tax season hit, nothing, bro. So that's how it was for me when I first started my account. What about you guys?
When I first started, I think you were the one that actually said, you're like, oh, just load $100 in. So I think I started with 150, I think is what I put in there. And then it was actually slow to lose because, you know, obviously you were there in the beginning and pretty much like, and I don't think I was doing too bad. I was obviously still losing, but it wasn't like anything crazy. Like I didn't lose it fast. And then I was like, eventually when I did lose it, I was like, oh, this wasn't too bad. Like I didn't feel anything, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, whatever. And I think I loaded like 500 next, you know, in there. And then no, I loaded 800. It was $800. Now I remember, bro. I don't know if you remember, but what the first time I took a major loss, like, you guys, it was $800, and you're like, bro, my boy. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but
I
yeah,
do remember the
second
spy
time,
trade.
yeah, bro, that was the second time. But I loaded it because I was like 150, just like it doesn't give me. I just didn't feel like it didn't give me enough room to do anything. You know what I mean? So I was like, this isn't a way to make money. So I loaded up more, and I kept trading and trading, and I actually was winning. And then I took one trade, and that was when I started getting in the SPY. And it was that one trade, bro, blew the whole thing in one trade. Oh my god! And I remember telling you guys, I was like, well, there's nothing I could do. You know what I mean? I literally seen it. My whole account just go do. That's because like exactly what Prod said. Like I didn't have that kind of discipline. I put my whole entire account into one contract, so I just seen it go like, and it was just hitting. It hit 20% down. I was like, okay, cool, 20% down. 30% down. I was like, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. 40%. It's gonna come back. 60%. I was like, it's gonna come back. And when it did come back, Theta was already eating me, so it didn't even matter. And then I was like, okay, it's gonna come back. I'm gonna hold it. Instead of seeing it come back to like 40%, I was like, I could have sold and then kept the 60%. Nope. I was like, I'm gonna hold it because I think it's gonna come back and I'm gonna be in profits. Ended up going down. It was like 80% to the point where it was like it was worthless. The contract was worthless. So I was like, that's where I started with. And then I blew the 800, loaded again. I think I even loaded more the next time, which was like 1,000. In total, I probably lost like, see, 1,000, 2,000. I probably lost like at least like 7 G's in total when I first started. So that was a rough ride. But now, like once I got into futures, I started in March. Then in March, I wasn't profitable. April, I wasn't profitable. Then May, I was my first profitable month, and ever since then, it's been profitable. So I've actually almost made all of it back.
Yo, that's
So,
really
which is
good. That's amazing. The
yeah,
journey, that's really cool. The journey was worth it.
yeah. It was actually really worth it. And I remember, bro, I was so depressed sometimes, and I wasn't depressed because I lost money. I was more depressed because I would let it lose. You know what I mean? Like one thing to lose a trade, it's another thing to let a trade lose. If that makes sense. Like, bro, I would see the trade go in and I'd have the plan. I'd be like, okay, I'm only going to let myself lose like $100, only $100, right? And I'm in maybe like a $500 contract or something. And I'm watching it go. And the minute it hits $100, I freeze. That was like my biggest thing is learning like how to move when I get frozen. Like when I get paralysis while I'm trading, like trading paralysis. I don't know if you guys ever had that before, where you're like watching and you see it hit past your stop loss, but you don't do anything about it. And you just continue to watch it go down and down and down. That was like my biggest problem. So I was like, I need to figure out how can I move when I'm losing. So I started standing up when I was trading, right? Because I was like, okay, if I'm standing up, bro. Like I was doing anything and everything to try to combat that like mentality of why do I keep freezing every single time I'm losing? Like, bro, that's what depressed me the most. Like that's what like just thinking about it, I'm like, damn, bro. Like I remember how it feels like to lose, like really, really bad. And you have to learn to lose really good, right? Like we all know that. You have to learn to be a good loser. Bro, I was like a frozen loser. Like I would lose like instantly, strategy, everything went out the window, bro. Like all common sense for me and logic would go out the window and I would just watch it and it would just go down and down. And like I couldn't move, bro. I don't know why. Like I just could not move. I was just there watching it and watching it. And for that exact reason was why I blew so many accounts, was because I could not manage to get myself to move my hand just to get out of the trade. You know what I mean? Like that was like the biggest thing, was just you move your hand, press the button, walk away. That was like the biggest thing, bro. Just learning to walk away, press the button and walk away. Don't keep staring at the screen. It was like hypnotizing to do that. But once I learned that lesson, that was like the biggest lesson for me, is learning just to press the button and walk away. Learning just to take the loss and leave. Like simple as that, regardless of however much you lost, just like whatever. Even if in one trade I lost everything, right? Like all of my profits from that week, it's like, just walk away, bro. Just walk away, because you're gonna lose it even more. You know what I mean? And I
I
remember,
agree
bro,
with you.
this is the craziest thing. So when I traded futures, right? I tried doing $500 and I failed that. And so I was like, whatever, let me load 5Gs. I loaded 5Gs, bro. Believe it or not, in one night I made 5,500, and it was just from scalping. It was a night training. It was going boom, 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 and then I lost it all.
Dang.
Literally, not all at one moment, but yeah, I lost it on. It was at that moment I was like, holy shit! And this was like maybe like 3 months ago with futures, right? Because I wasn't really too familiar with how things were operating. So I was like, boom, and I was just because you could trade as many times as you want. And the reason why I lost it was because I didn't walk away, and it was the same. It was the same mistake, just it was more incremental rather than all at once. So it was like once I like really gained consciousness of how to just move myself when I'm in a loss. Like, it's like don't get stuck, don't stop, press the button and move. Like it's all about speed and reaction. You know what I mean? It's like how fast can you react? Because the slower you react, the more you think about it when you're losing, chances are you're going to just blow it up. Like that's most likely what's going to happen when you overthink the process. It's like analysis paralysis, but instead it's more like action paralysis, right? Because you're not taking any action, you're just watching it, and that always happens. I know majority of traders can relate to this. I know it, bro, because like you watch the screen.
That's why you gotta use that's why you gotta use stop triggers, like stop
Yeah,
limits.
100%, like hard stop.
I had the same problem where like I would go into a trade and then I'll see it go down 10%, same thing 20, and you're like, yeah, let's make it 25, let's make it, 30, that's it.
Yeah,
Boom,
yeah,
30, 33. You're like, God damn it, it went past my thing. But so now to solve that problem, what I did was a similar aspect. It's like I was just immediately, as soon as I went into a trade, right? I would immediately put like a 10 or $20, I guess, increment, whatever I was willing to risk right off the bat. And then I was just like, go back and watch the screens. And if I got triggered, I got triggered. The only problem is that I would go right back in the trade, but it
yeah.
helped out. You get stopped and you're like, God damn it. Or like the worst thing was like, you get stopped, it goes maybe like 2-3 points, right? And then boom, it shoots up, and it's like, oh my god, my stop was like what? Like it hit my stop and it hit right under. Like everybody it goes through that stuff, and then even
Yeah,
myself.
you have to go through that. And I only like I don't always put a hard stop. I only put a hard stop when it's like a risky trade, if that makes sense. Like when there's things in both directions, but I already had a plan and the plan hit. But then the other side is also showing other stuff. But I'm like, I already said the plan. I'm gonna stick with it. You know what I mean? So it's like now I'm gonna put a hard stop because it looks kind of sketchy. But I don't always put a hard stop just for that reason, bro. Just because like I see too many of those wicks happen. I'm like, okay, whatever, But yeah, so that's pretty much how it went for me. I probably blew I probably blew like 8 accounts, bro. Straight up, I probably blew like
I
eight
feel you.
accounts.
I feel you. I blew a lot of accounts.
It was really bad, and they weren't small accounts either. They weren't small accounts, so it was like, yeah. But it was okay. To me, it's okay because it was. I only ever put money I was willing to lose. You know what I mean? Like that money
Exactly.
I was probably spending like before I started training, bro. I was probably spending like G's on weed. You know what I mean? Like I was just spending on stupid shit. So I didn't care because in my head I was like, well, you're already a stupid spender. You know what I mean? You're already spending stupid. You already consume like crazy. Like it never hurt me to lose money. It just hurt me when I didn't do what I said I was gonna do. That's what hurt me the most.
That's
But
powerful.
yeah, yeah. So that was like the worst thing for me, and that's how I got into it. And that was probably also the biggest blessing I could have had. So,
Cause now open your eyes. Now you're much more disciplined, better, and now you see it hit your
bro,
stop. You're like, I'm taking it
wait,
out.
bro,
Boom.
I press that button. I close the shop. I'm out, bro. I'm like, nah, I'm done.
I
I'm
feel you. I
out, bro.
love doing that too. Wait, hold on. It says for unlimited meetings, upgrade your Zoom Plus. Says we're running out of time, but it's okay because we only have a couple more questions anyways. But C2, now it's your turn to answer. How much did you start with? I think we have it says we have 9 minutes left. So C2, how much did you start with? We can even rerun it again if anything. But C2, how much money did you start with when you first started trading? How many accounts did you blow? And pretty much like that. How much did you start with?
To be honest with you, I mean, in total, I could tell you the platforms I've used. I used Robinhood, Webull, Tasty Trades, and obviously Think of Swim. And every single one of them I blew probably like maybe 2-3 thousand, on each account in the overall. And then once once I realized like, hey, like I'm blowing out these accounts and I'm wasting a lot of money, I went into paper trading. So I did paper trading for a full year. Like just full year. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to lose anymore. Like I lost enough that I'm, comfortable like losing, but like anything past that, I'm like, I can't resist. I'll rather save and then save up to blow it up again, I guess, in a way. And
Oh,
that's when I
that's
did.
exactly what I did. That's exactly what I
Yeah,
did.
I mean, so part of my paycheck would go, and and overall, like, with being financially like stable. Like, I've always grown up in by myself since I was 14, so I learned at a young age to be financially independent and saving a lot. That's me. Like, I don't buy like kicks. I don't buy like I'm wearing the same jeans that I probably wore like 3 4 years ago. 5 years, even like 10 years ago. I'm not like a materialistic guy. So, but all the money does go into like electronics. Like I have my whatever it is, my drone, this and that. But like when it came to trading, I stopped that. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm just gonna keep putting into these accounts. Blew up all those accounts. Went into paper trading for a year. And then once I felt like I was like comfortable, like like I had a good scalping method. I'm a scalper. I don't swing or anything like that. I don't hold for long. I'm just a scalper. I went in and out. That's it. And I was doing that, for about a year paper trading, and then I started being, really profitable on that. But paper trading doesn't give you that fear experience, right? So once I got back live, that's when I started like blowing up another account. Like I blew like maybe 2 more accounts, and I'm like, I really got to take it to the next level. That's when I started. I learned stops, learned how to, my stops, and then I started being profitable once I learned my stops.
That's what's up,
Once I
bro.
put
That's
my
good. That's
stops
good to
in,
know.
that's when I really started.
And next question is, what are 3 things that you wish you knew before you started option trading? And
I'm not gonna ask questions because I feel like I already answered it when I was talking. So
yeah, you already did answer, so I'll quickly just go over one. We don't have to go too deep into it because we have 7 minutes left, unfortunately, but we could just rerun it one more
Paper
time.
trading.
But
Paper trading.
yeah, I would say paper trading. To be honest, for me, I didn't paper trade.
yeah,
I just went straight into blowing up accounts, and I really recommend anybody watching this to paper trade for your first time, because if you're paper trading, you're not going to lose money. And just like he said though, C2 said you don't, the fear is not involved. So eventually you will have to go into live trading and then learn your fear, learn your emotions, and do things to make sure you're not being greedy or having too much fear and stuff like that. So just skip on to that one. When was that aha moment for you? When was it you realized like, okay, I'm actually getting this shit down? I learned something. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you watched a video. Maybe something clicked, or you tried something different in your trading style that made it click an aha moment for you. What was your guys' aha moment? And for me, it was using for me it was candlesticks. I used to trade a lot of just trends, patterns and stuff like that. And I still do. I use everything. But anyways, for me, it was really just candlesticks. After I learned candlesticks, I really felt like I got it down because they do tell a story. And so that's for me. I feel like after I learned candlesticks and watching the market, it was candlesticks. And maybe one last thing I'll add is watching the movers of SPY, the influences of SPY movers like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Google, and Meta. I watch all of those at once, and that really helps me see where the market is being influenced, like who's pushing it up, who's pushing it down. So that's pretty much where my aha moment was. What about you guys? What was your guys' aha moment? So like, okay, I'm getting it.
so you kind of been pushing me to do the same thing with watching the other stocks, just putting on my like stock screener, and just seeing like where the market's at. But my aha moment, bro, straight up, my strategy for the most part has been always been the same, and it's worked. It's always worked. Like right, like I win, bro. So my aha moment wasn't really in the strategy; it was learning to walk away. That was like my aha moment, is learning just to walk away. Like once I learned that, it was like I learned to lose. That's it. Like just learning to lose. That's
I love that. I would actually love to go deeper on that topic pretty soon, to be honest. Like learning to lose. Learning to lose. That's a really important topic.
yeah,
But
bro. Like that was my aha moment. Is like because like I feel good. I feel good losing. You know what I mean? Like I could walk
Mhm.
away, and I'm like, damn, I lost like 250 or whatever. But I'm like I live to fight another day. That's like what it is. You live to fight another day, and you walk away. You're like, okay, I did what I said I was gonna do. It didn't feel good, but I did it. You know what I mean? So it's like I at least have honor in my word. Like at least I know I respect what I'm saying. I respect what I'm doing by actually doing it. Rather than just being like, because if I stay and I didn't, and I just stay and I don't do that walk away thing, it's gonna hurt me even more. You know what I mean? So it's like once I learned to walk away, once I learned to close the trade, it's like that was like boom, bro. Everything else, like it just went in tune with it. It just flowed with it. Like that was like I don't know. I don't even know, bro. It was like euphoria to do that.
That's nice. I love that. And I love that topic for real. We're definitely going to dive deeper in on the topic of learning to lose. That's super important for everybody. And a lot of people need to learn that, especially new traders that are coming in. They think they want to hold it all the way till it keeps going down. Same thing with me, man. I held a Tesla put one time and let it run to 50% negative, and that shit hurt it, bro. And I knew my stop loss was a little bit better. But anyways, I did what, I didn't learn to lose. I did not learn to lose at the time. So anyways, what about you, C2? What was the aha moment for you? When did it click?
I think my aha moment was when I really, right, coming out of paper trading, I had my trading plan ready, and it was all about my trading plan, my how to, my entries, the patterns that I want to look for, like what contracts, like what open interest and volume looks like on those contracts. I really started really jotting, and checking off everything that I needed to do for that trade. And then after a while, I'm like, oh wow, like it's just became a routine that it just helps me, add the stops and so on and so forth. But like the aha moment was when I was able to apply that from the paper trading, right? From the self-taught that, from the YouTube videos and all these accounts and so on and so forth. And I was able to take, I think it was like $200, $300 account, and I turned it into like a 5Gs. And then it was actually part of a Discord that I was a part of, and I was one of the analysts. I was asked to, and me and asked to become an analyst, being new, able to do that. That was like a big aha moment.
That's
Now,
nice. I love
Yeah,
that.
that's
now
300 of like 3 5 Gs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I
That's a
mean,
crazy
it
flip.
took me about I think it took me about like a month and a half to do it, and starting trading. Yeah, it was like trading small, and I was able to do that, and it was a lot of, be honest, it was a lot of luck. I do got to be honest. It was like a time in the market where COVID happened, so there was a lot of downturn. So if it was like a negative day, it was like a 2-3% on SPY day. So it was easy money like on those. But going back to like the market conditions that we have now, it's very difficult to do that. I mean, like 3 weeks ago, I made 7 Gs overnight. And then the next day I'm doing $100 plays, $200 plays, and slowly incrementing, but it really depends on the market conditions, depends really if you have like that knack. Hopefully this play that I have coming up for Monday is going to be another 4 Gs, maybe, I don't know. This
Bro, I
play.
really hope. I really hope SPY freaking gaps up $10, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But those are the aha moments. Even like this weekend, right? Me swinging those 5 contracts, and then like at the last minute taking the last, closer and closer in the money, like I guess, or at the money contract, that 433. It really, and then me going through the weekend, like, what? Yeah, I'm comfortable, sure. Like if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. Like that's an aha moment where you're trading or you're putting in a play or swinging a play, and you're not like, oh my God, is this gonna work out? And it ruins your day. You go out with your family and kids or whatever, and then you're just thinking about that all day. That's like the
Mhm.
Yeah,
aha.
yeah, hundred
Where I
percent.
can just place a trade and just set it and forget it and not feel it. Or even if I have a losing trade, I know that I have a stop, and knowing that, what, I'm probably gonna lose $200 on this trade. But I'm okay. I'm all right. I just made 1,000 this week. So like, like I know that my strategy and my trading plan is working for me.
Last question that we have here, and then we'll get into where we can find you guys out on your guys' social medias. The last question I have for you guys is, what are your guys' goals with option trading? Where do you guys see it 5 years from now? Or what do you guys plan on doing with the money that you guys are making? And, pretty much what's the goal? So I'll start here real quick. My goal with option trading, I just like to have some extra side money just in case I need to pull out money. For an example, last year, my girlfriend's birthday and Christmas are so close together that one time I actually needed to pull out like $1,000 to $2,000 because of that situation. So I was really thankful to have option trading as a little bit of extra side income to just in case if I need money for an emergencies or something like that, I can pull it out. And in 5 years from now, if I'm consistently super making a lot of money, like how C2 be making them banger ass trades, then yeah, potentially we'll love to see it as like another quote unquote side money, maybe take out 5 Gs a month, 10 Gs a month, who knows? But so far right now, I just love how right now that I can just pull out money just in case I need money, but I haven't had to do that since freaking December time. So that's been real nice. I love the side money that it provides, and I really do want to take it a little bit further and generate a good amount of money to where people are like, bro, how are you making an extra 10K online, bro? So that's pretty much where I want to take it. What about you guys? Where do you guys want to see it? What do you guys want to do with this option trading money?
So I actually wrote it down. I wish I knew the quote. So I have in my journal, bro. I wrote it down. I even told Taro about this. Is I don't want to be doing options trading or futures trading for like a long time. That's what I do not want to do because I don't want to be staring at a screen. I want to do something that's a little bit more passive. even though all, making extra income isn't really exactly passive. But what I want to do is I have a certain price target that I want to hit. And when I hit that price target, that's when I'm going to be leaning more towards investing. So I want to become an investor. I want to use this as pretty much a funnel to become an investor. So my main goal is just to become an investor because, well, I've already read books on investing. I've already done a lot of research through investing. And honestly, bro, like just doing those mental investments, I'm like, dang, that would have been like a really good investment, based on like these fundamentals of, okay, what's the company's debt? How much buildings do they have? What's all their tools and equipment? Are they paying that off? And things like that. So a lot of those things. So that's my goal is eventually I want to become an investor so that I don't have to be on the screen every morning and I can just go and I can be with my family and I can make breakfast. That's like my biggest thing, bro, is just seeing my children grow up and being like, well, I'm trying to give you the best childhood right now, but I want to be able to give you the best childhood that I can think of. You feel what I'm saying? So that's like I want to take care of my family, bro, because I'm feeding multiple mouths. Most people only have their own mouth to feed, but it's like me, it's like my purpose, I truly do believe, is to give more than I take. So if I can give more, if I can retire my pops, if I can buy my mom a house, if I can feed all my family in Mexico, if I can make sure my sisters, my brothers, my daughter, my son, my wife, everyone is straight, like that's my biggest thing, bro. Like once I accomplish that, it's like then I feel like I can breathe, but until then, bro, I'm just trying and trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. Like I just can't quit, bro, for that exact reason. Like that's my goal. It's not really to be an investor, but it's to first become an investor to the point where I can just take care of my family, run multiple businesses, like just be everywhere and anywhere I want, whenever I want, and do what I want with my time. Being able to manage my time freely. To me, that's true freedom. True freedom is not exactly having all the money in the world, but having the ability to do with your time what you want. You know what I mean? Like that's how I see it. I just want to do what I want with my time. I don't want to have to go to work 13 hours, 14, 12, none of that, bro. Like I don't want to do that, bro, but I do it because I need to do it. Like I tell myself too, I was like, do what you need to do now so that you can do what you want to do later. It's
Exactly.
like simple as that. Like, but yeah, that's my goal, bro, is to be an investor, take care of my family, and then open up businesses or more businesses. So
That's nice, brother. That's a good one. That's a good one. And what about you, C2? Where do you see option trading taking you to? What is your goal with option trading, and what do you want to do with the money that you be making with option trading?
I'll be honest. I mean, I look at it a little different way. I have two young boys that I had. I'm a, new father, and I'm also married. And like I told you, like I grew up like, very poor. I grew up since I was 14 by myself, like taking care of my mother, taking care of my sister. So I know how it is to not have money and not be financially independent. Through all those heartaches and everything, once I had kids, I realized like it's not about me anymore. It's like I have two souls that I have to provide. I have to teach. I have to be a man. I have to teach them how to be a gentleman and be a man, ready for the world. At the end of the day, nobody's gonna give it to you. Nobody's gonna, hand it to you. You have to learn it, you have to fight for it, and you have to achieve it. And that's what I'm here for, like learning as much as I can, because when they get at the right age, my kids are going to learn how to go into what I'm doing and into investing. I feel like that at my age and how long I've been in this game. I mean, I'm sure you guys feel it the same, but I wish I learned it when I was like 18, 16. Like, where was someone teaching me about how much money there is in investing? Not even just trading, but just in investing in general, right? You look at the school systems, like how they're teaching you how to do your taxes. No, like I learned like way after college, like how to do my own tax, and I still don't even know. Like I go to H&R Block and get it done, right? So I want like my kids to learn finance at the end of the day, because even if they choose a career path that is going to go, like be a vet or be a doctor or be, a fireman, as long as like they're financially sound and learn how to manage their own money and able to do that, I feel like that I, as a man, would accomplish that. So like right now, it's like me just observing, learning, taking it all in, getting some sort of, I guess, like trading a plan going that I know like it's gonna work. It's simple, and same thing like yourself, like Prod, how you're spending the time explaining to people and individuals. Like I want to do that for all my own kids and my family, where I can be like, hey, listen, I want to introduce you to this world that I've been part of for like about 15 years. And this is what it has given us. Like you see this car, you see this house, you see what you got, you see your education paid for. Like this is where it came from. But I'm not going to give it to you. You're going to learn how to do this yourself. And I'm gonna be there along the way. So you're gonna have little C2s running around when they get older in
They'll
this
run the
Discord,
Discord.
and
They'll run the
they're,
Discord.
they're gonna be like with the OGs, and they're gonna be the new bloods, you know. And that's my ultimate goal at the end of the day. My two, you know, handsome boys that, you know, are go-getters in life, and you know, I want to set them up for success any which way I can. You know, that's what I'm here for.
I love
I
that.
love that.
Not to mention the side money. You know, you get good side money, but
Oh yeah. Come on, like you know, like
I don't touch it. I save it all. So you know, like it's good because like at the end of the day, you're just saving it, and you know, I want to teach that to my kids too. It's like it's not all about letting me get money and just spend it. It's like, you know, get money and invest it, reinvest it,
Invest it.
save it.
Make it go longer, to be honest. That's what I love about option trading is like you see your account grow every week, every end of the week it grows. And it's like I love showing my coworkers. My coworker always asks me every day, how much you make today? How much you make today? What'd you make? And I always tell him like, bro, it's so fun because like I show him my account, like my portfolio literally goes up every week, and he's like, "Hey." So it's cool. I love it, bro. It's so amazing. But I love your guys' answers. We're not doing it for ourselves necessarily in the long run. We're doing it for a lot of other people that we care for. And I love that a lot. So that's what we're doing it for. I kind of gave you guys a week goal of mine, but to go a little deeper, then yeah, I just plan on using my Discord to generate some wealth. Aside from option trading. Oh, where do you go?
I think he lagged and timed out.
Oh, okay. Well,
I saw him.
Metanoia's phone unfortunately overheated, so he's not here with us. But if you guys want to find out more about us individually, just join the Learn Options Trades Discord, and you can find out all our links. C2 has his Twitter. He has a lot of following on there too, so you can always find out his updates. And pretty much we just share our trade ideas, what we plan on doing this week, where we plan on taking calls and puts, and we're really educational and informative to provide all information to everybody that's new. Whether you're new or intermediate, does not matter. We're just going to show we're being transparent and showing you guys how it's done. So C2, would you like to say anything or add anything to that?
No, it's just at the end of the day, just know that it's not about this. Discord is not about like getting signals. You're not gonna get like, hey, enter SPY, you know, 3 whatever at this time. None of that. It's more like, hey, we're gonna show you like what we see out there in the market, right? For the most part we trade SPY, so we're not all over the place. We're not, you know, Baba this, that, like no, we're just SPY. So this way we can stay consistent, and then you'll learn like the personality of SPY and how that trades. And on top of it, you'll get a little bit of prod, you'll get a little bit of myself, you get a little bit of Meta, you get a little bit of Wolf, another analyst is there. And then you combine all those minor frames, and then you just make it your own. You know,
you become a trader
from other people. And then at the end of the day, that's how I learn, that's how Prod learn, that's how Meta learn. And we're here so this way you don't lose money.
Exactly. We're here to help you guys to create that little shortcut so you don't have to lose as much money as we did when we first started. We want to let you guys know that, yo, like there's a faster way to learn it so you don't have to, you know, paper trade, stuff like that. So I love that a lot. Thank you, C2, for pointing that out. That, yeah, we're not a call out Discord. We're here to provide you guys information, education on what we see. And yeah, we keep it pretty simple by trading SPY only. So I love that a lot. But yeah, thank you, C2. Appreciate you joining on this, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for watching this video.